here. See who jumps on, what's going on. If you want to see the gear, just go look at the video from last night. The first couple minutes, I showed everything we had. All the new stuff from Friday. Ethan, what's up? Dan Cooper, how are you? Billy, Magnum, what's up? Evan, how are you? Scott, Kilo 36, what's up? Guzman, JT, Dustin, how are you? Did you guys do anything good today? Jess, what's up? Papa Mike. Eagle, what's up, buddy? How are the fruit trees? They're in the back of the truck. We just got back here maybe 5 minutes ago. We took the longer way home, so it was, you know, a little slower. You could drive slower the back way. Arkansas, what's up? Basically, we took the old Highway 70, which used to be the way before they built the interstate. Building the interstate killed all the mom and pop little gas stations and restaurants along the way. There's still some there. A lot of, you could see a lot of properties that were kind of like older homes and mobile homes where they had really big fifth wheel trailers. And what that means is there are people that have moved in from, you know, out of the big cities and stuff. So people, you know, waking up. And with that comes money and new businesses, and it kind of tries to revitalize the area a little bit. Philip, what's up? EZK, Chivo, how are you? Any more chickens? I bought chickens on, when did I buy chickens? Monday, Tuesday, last week maybe? Maybe it was Monday this week. I don't remember. I've got probably 60. I want to get another 40. I like that route across part of Tennessee way better than the I-40. Yeah, it's much prettier. Every small town, yeah. Anybody get any packages today? Anybody pick up anything cool new today? Anybody do anything cool today? This is the inside of the fanny packs if you haven't seen them. 2 small pockets, 1 large pocket, and then 1 giant or pocket. Got your shirt and Skittles, right on. Just watching Redacted Podcast, YouTube, Maui, very good. Yeah, so what's happening, guys? Drone pilots are going over there and putting their drones up, and they have something up there that's mandated, it's forced landing them. And then if you're a licensed pilot, government people are showing up at your place to question you when you try to fly near the what they say is the you know, ignition source of the fire. So the drone pilots are going over there flying, and it's forced landing their drones, and then government officials are coming to their doors. Why would that be? What do they give a shit if you're flying a drone over there? Do those fanny packs fit frame? I don't know what you're asking about. Do they fit they're just fanny packs. We make bigger ones also. Good way to find places to explore. Just use the hashtag. Like if you're going to Nashville, use hashtag Nashville Urbex or Nashville Urban Exploration or Nashville Abandoned or Abandoned Nashville. And then look, the Facebook groups are pretty busy. So if you get on the Facebook groups, like there's, you know, Abandoned Tennessee, or just Urban Exploration, get in those groups and then type in the state or the city that you want to check out. That's how you should start. And then when you go ask, you'll see a lot of people posting things. They don't say where they are. And if you ask them, they'll kind of shit on you. So you need to add some value and then have some conversations like through private message. But if you don't have something to give them, they're not going to give you shit. A full frame. These will hold a 21 or something, the Fupas or the danglers, and then the Fupa XLs will hold anything, Desert Eagle, anything, Mark 23. The fanny pack, these little ones, I mean, you can put a 19 in there. There's not anywhere to put there's no way to attach a dedicated holster or anything in there. You're just going to put your gun in there loose. Tim Riley, what's up? Prepped your Kawasaki for new paint today. That's it so far. What kind of Kawasaki you got, Eagle? Fanny pack at Disney. What's a good way to find places? Do those fanny packs fit frame? Liked and shared. Watch and redact. Okay, we've read all of these. Urban, what's up? Mark 23 fits in the FUPA. Why does that sound dirty? Yeah. Fits in the normal FUPA, but not in a holster probably, right? Or does it fit in with a holster? Believed it was the original Remington plant on ghost stories. Would be a great place to visit minus ghosts. We've gone to a lot of places that are supposed to be haunted, and we haven't had any haunting type stuff happen. I know people that have been there and they've captured sounds on voice recorders, and you can see orbs and shit. But I think if you're not open to it, it's kind of not going to be there for you. Dangler without holster, right on. 78 KZ 1000, right on. I had a 78 KZ 850, I think, if I recall correctly. Ooh, kickstart. Behind enemy lines. Peter, what's up? Stop staying behind enemy lines. Well, if we leave, they're winning. Okay, well, stay when it collapses. I mean, get yourself out, start your life. Mark, what's up? We got multicam black, red day packs coming up. Those will probably go Monday, Tuesday. Large tool bags right there. Coming up in Coyote. Here's one of our day packs turned inside out. If you're not aware, they are all Velcro lined, both walls, so you can really organize what you're putting in there. Ton of miles on Harley and White Mountain today. Cool. I don't know what White Mountain is, but cool. Looking to buy a house on Beaver Creek area south of Camden. That's cool. You mean Beaver Dam area? Why there? Central North Northern California rejects Newsom, and yeah, it's very small. I mean, when you look at the red states, when you look at the states, when you look at the states that are loony, it's less than 10% of the population. Like, what makes California, so democratic? Los Angeles County, San Francisco. The rest of it's not. Father's first photo studio he built was an old firehouse, and guy died going down the pole. Third story, his ghost was seen many times by father and employees. There's a few really haunted fire stations like that. White Mountain, New Hampshire. Cool, man. That's cool. Text message went out tonight. Everybody get the text message. Email went out tonight. Everybody get the email that's on our email list. LA, San Diego, San Fran, Sacramento. Those cities have millions of people compared to the other parts like New York City. Yep. Yeah, it's on the lake. Looks good. I'm doing research on the area. What do you think about the area? I don't know where you're talking about. Are you talking about Beaver Dam? Is that what you meant? We lived out by there. That's where the lake house was. It's cool. You're not going to find a lot of property. You're not going to have, you know, farmsteads and stuff out there. I would rather live someplace less. I'd rather live someplace with a bigger lot. Now, you can find them there. The property costs way fucking more money right there, too. You can get a lot more land just going a mile or so away. There's one way in or out of there. So when you have storms and shit, not a big deal, you know, if you're self-sufficient. You're going to drive into town, also not a big deal. It would take us about 22 minutes to drive there from here, and it shouldn't, but it's windy little roads. It's very pretty out there. It's going to be a lot more, you're always going to hear noises from the lake. There's always going to be boats and motors and shit. People go there to vacation and stuff. You can get a lot more for your money just a little ways away from there. But if you're the dude that, wants to be on the lake, yeah, more power to you, man. That's the place to be. There's other lakes here too. Huntington has a lake, a really big lake. You might look around there also. Text received, right on. Dean, what's up? Which direction? Man, just search the whole area. Just search Benton. If you're set on being here, just look for Benton County. Benton County, Tennessee. Camden, Brewston, Huntington. That's all pretty close to here. Watching compound video the other day. Is the state taking some of the land for the road? Yes. Yep, everything up on the hill, which separates us from the road down there, it's basically a cliff that goes up, and they're going to cut that, and they're going to cut it at a pretty gradual angle, so it'll be a lot louder in here. Basically, everything outside the fence line where we built the swale, where all the trees are on the higher end of the property, that, keeps all the sound and wind and shit out of here. Yeah, all of that. And the crazy thing is, they'll come through and cut that shit. They'll come through and cut all the trees down, and then they won't do anything for fucking years. They'll come through and make a huge fucking mess, and they won't even fucking start the road for years. They've come through probably 6, 7, 8 times and surveyed the 14 years that we've been here and haven't started the road. But they'll come in and basically take old abandoned buildings and knock them down and not do shit with them. They'll just sit there the whole property will just be fucking completely overgrown. But they'll do it as though there's some urgency to it. I really think it's just to keep people from developing those properties and stuff. I think it's just to keep people and to run people off. They don't pay shit for it. We knew that this was a possibility. So, like, when we knew that this could happen, when we bought the property, it was already written in there. So, no, we don't get any money for it. It's not a lot of property. It's the barrier between us and everything else. The great thing about this property is, from the road, you can't see anything up here. You don't know this is even here. Killing it on the podcast. Listen to your podcast on my ruck. Right on, man. So we have another one that we recorded Wednesday. It's going to go up on Patreon. It's not even going to load up to YouTube. They're going to definitely pull it and give us another strike for it. So Patreon, it's $5. We're SOE Tactical Gear on Patreon. That's how you'll get that one. Scully went pretty fucking hard on that one. Peter, thanks for the $10 super chat, man. Or sticker or whatever that is. Heart. Peter, what do you do for work? And where are you coming from? Saw a video the other day of, oh, Biden, people don't need to live in the woods, come on. Why do people need them there when there's grocery stores? Well, that's the whole push, man, is to keep you, look, there seems to be a huge attack on farming and ranching right now, right? All these laws they're putting in. There's a ton of states that are putting a lot of laws in about endangered species. Basically, if you own property and an endangered species moves onto the property, you can't utilize the property at all until the animal's gone. And if anything happens to the animal or the property, they put you in prison. And then there's a huge attack on hunting right now, right? No more lead bullets. Have you guys heard this? This is happening in a lot of places. No more lead bullets, no more lead fishing weights. Chuck, what's up, man? How are you? Endangered species are endangered for a reason. Yeah, Yanasa, he's worth listening to. He's always got a pretty good take, does some research on all his shit. And he was saying that since the Endangered Species Act, there's only 2 endangered species that have ever come off the list. But they ruin people's lives over this shit. So you could have a property and have some frog that they fucking have deemed endangered on your fucking property, and you're fucking done for it.
Yeah, you have to pay to maintain their habitat.
You have to pay to maintain their habitat, yep. White people are becoming endangered. Remember to give a thumbs up, guys. That's right. Pump the algorithm. The feds just did a big raid on an Amish farmer. Just went to court. Not sure you watched the YouTube video on it. A lot of people might not know they have raided several Amish farmers. I'm not sure if the one you're talking about, it was actually a couple months ago. It's gone to court a couple of times. And he actually, the FDA, was it FDA, came in with Ryder trucks and took all of the meat out of all of his freezers, wouldn't let him feed it to his dogs, wouldn't let him feed it to his family, and they took it all and put it in the dump. Chicago, what's up? Jose, what's up? Pops had issue with desert tortoise on his job site. If you see one, throw it in the concrete form. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man. Like most people in self-defense cases, why do they get in trouble? Because they fucking reported it because they're good citizens. Kirby, what's up? I know business owners that bought property to relocate lizards to build their locations. Yep. It's just like all the underpasses for the fucking wildlife, for the tortoises and shit, and they never fucking use it. Shortage of certain metals on a sign, only a sign of one thing looming, war. They need all the lead for that massive amount of ammunition they are producing in record numbers. Yep. They will start a war to enact the War Powers Act in order to not have an election to keep the old president from being reelected, meaning Trump. Look at so white people becoming endangered, right? Look at all the commercials, right? You ever watch any commercials? Just watch commercials. Do you see a man and a woman with kids anymore? You don't even see that. It's always a mixed race couple. There's always it's never white people anymore. You're right. You were right about that. Repeated history, different time. It's yeah, of course it's pre-planned. The fourth turning, right? 88 years, every 88 years is the cycle. Hegelian dialectic, create a problem, amplify the problem, provide the solution. Yep, then take control. Everything is about taking away your rights. Nothing the government does is for you. Can you name something the government did that actually benefited you? The government is your enemy. I'm not worried about China monitoring my shit. Everybody's up in arms over TikTok. China monitoring your shit. Fucking, they're all monitoring your shit. The difference is China's not going to come and kick your fucking door in. Yeah, indoctrinating. Yep. It's about division, right? Black people ain't supposed to like white people. Straight people ain't supposed to like gay people. People that work ain't supposed to like people that don't work. People that work for a boss ain't supposed to like the boss. It's all just further division. You want to see the biggest division? Look at the gun community and the gun culture, right? All dudes that have shit in common. They all typically have families. They all typically work. They spend their money on things they want, yet they fight the most amongst themselves. It's just to divide people further and further and further. Really been trying to work on not hating people that I don't like for being stupid. Don't interact with them. Just remove yourself from them. More importantly, remove access to yourself, right? If you have somebody that is in your life that you don't like, stop letting them be around you. Question the crappy commercials, and I'm brown, but I could pass as white. That's not that, but that's not the point of it. If it's not fucking, you know, people of the same race, it's fucking people of the same. It's just division and division and division. Divide and conquer, that's right. Our forefathers are spinning in their graves. 700 for each family in the Lahaina. It's a joke and a major slap in the face. Yep, and nobody's doing shit about it. Who is it that's keeping those fucking people out of their homes? Even the people who own property in there aren't allowed to go in there. And who's enforcing it? Hawaiians. Hawaiians are enforcing it on Hawaiians. I was just doing my job. The only thing the federal government does is give poor folks a leg up. And it doesn't really give them a leg up. It fucking incentivizes them to stay poor. It doesn't give them a leg up. It takes away from them. And they take your fucking money. They charge you more for the programs to keep more people poor so that the poor people continue to vote for the fucking people that took the money from you. I have all these batteries that have gone dead about the same time, and I'm thinking maybe it's one of these chargers and not the batteries. Wolves off endangered species list here in Wisconsin. Had 2-week season, 250 as the limit. All tags were filled first weekend. The wolves are decimating the whitetail herd. Yep. Private security contracting, fugitive recovery, gunsmithing, carpentry, and framing in Ventura. So you want to move here. What's your plan for work here is my question. What business are you going to do here? Yeah, stay on the paycheck plantation. Just following orders, protecting the interest of bureaucrats. Yep. Hawaii middle class sector had their water shut off. Yep, heard all about it. Yep. Heard all about it. Thinking about a lot about what Scully has been saying a ton on the podcast. You fight and die with what's on your back, trying to consolidate my life and family to carry just what mattered. Man, just get out of the fucking cities, man. Just get out of the city. There ain't people out here being attacked. There ain't carjackings out here. None of that shit. During the COVID stuff, all the bullshit that was happening, none of that fucking none of that happened outside of the cities. They're scared of groups that promote community. Yes, that's right. That's right. Work on convincing them efficiently and they become more reasonable. Avoiding people for so long, I'm almost to the point I'm lonely, and that's really only because I had to put down your dog. Get another dog, man. It's been over 6 months. If that's what the problem in your life is, get another dog. But get around some people that do shit that you like to do, man. Not far from Chicago, but I'm a red county farmland. Never feared being shot or robbed. Good. See Oprah pandering? Yeah, Oprah and The Rock. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. Yeah, most of the crime statistics are gang city. And most of the gun violence and gun deaths are suicides and race on race, same race violence. Black on black, most of it. In cities like Chicago and such. It's gangs. Yeah, The Rock's doing it too. He was standing right there with Oprah. Had a teacher tell me our town is nice, but I got robbed outside his house. Get in touch with yourself and nature and people again. Yeah, I mean, go join a fucking church. Go join a gardening club. Go get in some kind of community, man. Do you have to laugh? They tried to hushing a shooting at the Chicago White Sox game last week. Yeah, who shot who? Who was it? It wasn't a fucking soccer mom. Why would they not let the owners of burned homes go in? Why aren't they letting people, so dudes are flying drones out there and they have something that's shutting the drones down and making them force land. And then federal agents show up at the house of the pilots because you're supposed to be registered to fly your drone. And people are showing up at the fucking houses of the guys flying the drones. What are they hiding? What do they give a shit? Yeah, I saw the 12-year-old kicked out of school for the Gaston flag. Yep, it's all over the place. Shapiro has showed it. Fucking everybody showed it. That bitch tried to say it was based in slavery. Why are my messages being sent before I'm done writing them? I'm actively being controlled. Will be. I don't have a clue. Ohio, small town. Messages keep getting cut out. This is a you thing, buddy. This is a you thing. It's something. Log out of the feed, come back. Close down the YouTube app, come back. Heard they shut the water off. Yes, they did. They shut the water off. They also didn't use the alert system. Here's another one for you. Since you're saying you heard the water was shut off, that's old news, right? Here's another one for you. Do you know that the police chief there is also the coroner? Do you know who else he is? He was the dude that ran the crime scene for Las Vegas PD during the Las Vegas shooting. Same dude. Left Las Vegas, went to Hawaii. The school backed the student and said support the Constitution. Yeah, I heard that, the school board. I fulfill various law enforcement duties, gunsmithing, armory, cerakoting, framing, and carpentry. I like to work with your hands. My point is, you're not going to get there's no jobs to be had here. You're going to have to create a job. So if you have picked to come to Camden, I'm not telling you don't. I'm telling you you're not going to find anybody you're going to want to hire. That's my problem. I got 52 sewing machines. We run 12 of them here on the best day. I've never seen more than 20 run. There are not employees here to hire. And you're not going to come here and take somebody's job. There's no jobs to be had here unless you want to work a factory job. You can get a factory job, but there's if you're the best in the world and people will ship stuff to you and wait to have it returned, you're good to go. I'm just saying, have some plan as to how you are going to make money. And usually the downfall of most dudes moving here is your woman. They'll follow you here, but most of them don't want to stay here. There are no jobs for them.
There's also
No friends.
There's no mall.
There's no mall.
You're not going to Starbucks.
Yeah, no Starbucks, which is better for your family for sure. Maui police chief was incident commander Las Vegas shooting, published no definitive findings. Yep. Clarksville, Tennessee is looking for construction. Yeah, there's plenty of construction. If people come here, buy their 100 acres, want to have their barn dominium put up, there's no, guys will come bid your project and they won't start it for 2, 3, 4 years. So if you can do that, you're golden, man. Scully has several friends that have moved here and bought property. They fly a crew in from fucking California. They fly a crew in here from San Diego, put them in a hotel for 30 days to build their projects. Actually, in the Camden area for the first time for a sports training camp. Would it bother to drop by for a minute Monday morning? Yeah, come by 9 to 5 Monday morning, no problem. You're in the Camden Sports Complex. Where's that? You talking about the baseball fields over there? Wife and I are both nurses, so when we moved, just got to be a reasonable distance from a hospital and we're good. Yeah, Nashville's where you're going to make money here. You can go to Jackson. There's all kinds of little hospitals here, but the money is going to be Nashville. Don't get married, don't have kids, save your money, work out, eat healthy, travel in peace. That's going to be a lonely fucking life. Do all of that until you're fucking 30. And you know there are freaks prowling with lots of kids after the fire. Yeah, there's a ton of kids missing. They actually, that number it sounds like it's 3,000 now. The FBI came out and put a way higher number out than the fucking local government did. And that's just the reported ones, right? So if you had whole families go missing, there's nobody reporting the whole families. For a triathlon halfway between Camden and McKenzie. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Where are you guys doing the swim portion? The big Oprah, is that what you're talking about? Brother-in-law lives in Cumberland near Clarksville. Says Clarksville is up and all of it is, man. Nashville, Clarksville, everywhere is. Nashville's the fastest growing city in the United States. So what that does is it displaces people that come over, or people who can't afford to live in Nashville, or people that think they want to live out in the country. They live further away from Nashville. Of course it's super sketchy. Well, fire burned so hot it just cremated them. Really? But it didn't burn the blue umbrellas? That's kind of weird. It seems like they just always come up with a solution when there's something sketchy that happens. Just put down 1050, parked for the night. Be safe, buddy. Wife works from home. Good, man. Good. You're also not going to have good internet out there by the lake. Things are probably getting better with Starlink now. But like we had terrible internet when we were out there. And we had 2 or 3. Like I had a Verizon hotspot. We had whatever was available out there. Starlink's better, but Starlink tends to not work when it's rainy. There's a nearby lake right on. What is the fire incident directing attention away from? That's, yeah, maybe. I think it's all a land grab. They are depopulating areas. Have you looked at the fires that are happening all around the world right now? Fupa very handy for biking. Yeah, the small one would be even. Are you using the Fupa as a chest pack? Nashville turning blue with all the lefties moving in. Kind of. Austin, Texas seems completely fucked. Ohio, but considering the move around in the RV I'm building from scratch. That's cool, man. The school bus movement's pretty big too, all the schoolies. From Ohio, we're able to go to, I think it was the Opera Mills, whatever it was in the hotel, in as deep in the city as I wanted to be. Yeah, Opera Mills. There's a real shitty mall right there. Opera Mills is nice though. Opera Land Hotel's nice. EPA come through, sprayed some pink glue stuff all over the fire area. The talk is that they're going to then claim that the area is condemned and not fit for the people to rebuild on. I've heard that Disney wanted to build on Maui before the fire. Maybe. Fupa's chest pack for food and flat kit. Right on, man. Train wrecks are 3 to 7 per day now. They don't tell you that. So what they also don't tell you is that we've been having train wrecks. There's always train wrecks every day. You're just you're hearing it more because it was a sensation. It was a big deal when all the shit happened in Ohio. We have friends that work on the railroads, and there are derailments every single day because the infrastructure is not being maintained. I wonder what that bullshit will be when they want to build 15-minute cities. Well, they are building 15-minute cities all over the place. What country city within 90 minutes of Nashville is good to buy 100 acres of raw vacant land to build a homestead stream and some elevation diversity? I don't know, man. What you're gonna find is you have to go there. You can find some stuff listed, on the land stuff. Look at rural land sites, but I don't know what's within there. But until you get on the ground, you're really not going to know what you're dealing with. If anybody is serious, like has money ready to buy, I have a friend, his wife is a realtor. She has located and done transactions for maybe a dozen of our friends. And she will work and find properties all over the Tennessee area for you. So if you're serious and you're not just some window licker, get with me. Get with me and I'll put you with her. 25 years of kicking the infrastructure can down the road. It's more than 25 years, man. Brakes on our trains haven't changed since 1860s. Lily, there are artifacts in Canada and America. I don't know who you're addressing or what we're talking about there. Knoxville, Tennessee is not blue at all. 25 years of kicking the infrastructure of the brakes. Yeah, we read all these. Vikings traded with Canada and American Indians. Yep, it does seem to be the case. history has been rewritten, right? Why are all the older buildings, 100 years old and such, so ornate? Why did they have all the towers and pieces of metal sticking out the top of them? You know, where'd all the giants go? Where's all the giant skeletons? Electric brakes, they'd stop 6 times faster. A lot of trains have the same coupler braking system from 1840s. I don't need to. I don't dispute what you're saying there. Infrastructure is killing us here in San Diego. SDG and E lines causing a lot of fires. Yeah, I used to live in San Diego. San Diego, the outskirting towns, you know, Julian and Lakeside, and just outside of the cities, you know, they went through and took everybody who had a septic system or a well and poured concrete in them and made them take city water and sewage. Not 1840, 1860. Bridges, roads, yep. They did all that earthquake infrastructure, right? And then some dude was just eating lunch under one of the bridges and was noticing that the welds were all fucked up and they had to redo a ton of bridges. It was that was years and years ago. Tartaria mud flood, World Fair cover up. Yeah, just look at the World's Fair. Like, look up some World Fair videos and start watching some of that shit. History knowledge being erased, yeah. Because there might have been free energy and then you couldn't sell oil. And then they tell you oil's, you know, disappearing. And then you have other people that say that's horseshit. There's no shortage of oil. We have enough oil in Alaska and enough minerals in Alaska that we don't need to have all these wars all over the world. It's that the less than 1% of the people that control the world make all the money off of all this shit. And if everybody was able to have free electricity, there would be no justification to do what they're doing. It's the elites. It's literally just crazy people, and it is a game to them to fuck your lives up. Just finished smoking a tri-tip for supper. Nice, man. Nice. Go have a good dinner, man. I'm about to get off of here myself. Burned out. Yeah, they've burned all the books. Yeah, just think about the books you can't get anymore. Go find old encyclopedias. You know, they talk about Tartaria in old encyclopedias. They talk about giants in old encyclopedias. They talk about a ton of shit in old encyclopedias. Not even that old, like 1860s. They rewrite history every 10 years. $4.25 for gas. Any gray fupas? No, but we're building some soon. They're out there. I think they're cut right now. Have you seen anything about neo-Nazis marching in Central Florida? No, I haven't seen anything about it. Let me translate that for you. Have I seen anything about the FBI marching in Florida pretending to be neo-Nazis? Long-term plan, yeah. Getting rid of natural gas appliances, it's so they can control you. It's because if you have gas, you can just put it in your generators. If you have electric, they can turn your shit off. Do you know Tesla turned off all of the Teslas in Russia? Did you know that? Try to find a copy of 1984, yeah. And if it's all digital, they can just remove it. Do you know they've removed a ton of shit from the internet? Go search Poor Man's James Bond or Anarchist Cookbook. Go try to find one of those. Used to be all over the internet. You could just look it up if you wanted to. Go try to find it now. Old Farmer's Almanac, yep. Tinctures. We're going to an herbal medicines class next Saturday. We're going to. Oil companies fabricated and are pushing climate hoax to use carbon credit scam. Yep, we know all about it, man. Yeah, Jose, you'll have another shooting where 2 or 3 people are shot. They'll call it a mass shooting. They'll blame it on neo-Nazis, yet it'll be a black dude or an Asian dude that they say is mostly white. You know the last mass shooting, the one that happened a few days ago? The guy had he had paint pen and had part of a swastika put on the gun, they said. Do you know that he was an Asian dude? And they said he was a white supremacist? You know he was Asian. Propane generator, right on. Have my own land company, but have not targeted Tennessee yet. Read an encyclopedia daily and was it when we were a kid. Yep, man. Yep. Weed is your medicine. I've never smoked weed. I think you need some medicine other than weed. I don't think that weed should be illegal. There shouldn't be people in jail for weed. Even when the weed laws changed, when the marijuana laws changed, people that were still in prison prior to that, they didn't release them. I think it's all bullshit. I think that there are beneficial uses to marijuana, but I don't think you can solve all of your problems with it. And I think it creates a lot of problems also. But I think as an adult, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. As a child, you should be able to do whatever your parents want to do. Weed excellent for certain people, not though. Yeah, and there's different types too. Different types. Alcohol is not a problem. People using too much alcohol is the problem. Remember Prohibition, right? All of the people that pushed forth Prohibition, all the wealthy elite, they were still using alcohol. They were the ones that ran the speakeasies, right? You remember that? Hemingway, the Kennedys, all of your politicians, they were down in the speakeasies partying with the guys that they said were the criminals. The Kennedy family made their fortune bringing fucking whiskey, bringing alcohol in from Canada through the riverways. Yeah, we don't treat the flu. Yeah, the ruling class, that's it. The overlords. You know, you being shadow banned from 430 videos this week? No, I haven't been doing them. 2 acres northern Michigan, right on. Pray central digital currency doesn't suddenly replace. It is going to. You better have a plan for it. You're seeing all kinds of banks being bought up by other banks. The little banks that wouldn't play the game are out of business. It's all the big banks who are going to push the digital currency. Government poised, seized moonshine. Yeah, and then they put poison in it, right? Denatured alcohol. You know, the government put poison in alcohol and then put it back to be sold. They killed a ton of people. The government did that. True, but this has about weed and why the government is suddenly pushing it. So everyone gets lazy. Yeah, weed slows you down. I don't know a single motherfucker making tons of money that smokes weed on a daily basis. What I do know is a ton of motherfuckers that are constantly saying weed is medicine and weed this, weed that. They're not highly fucking successful people. If you want to smoke weed, I don't care. I don't want my employees smoking weed. I definitely don't want them smoking weed before they show up where I pay them to do a task. I don't give a shit what they do on the weekends. But I don't know any fucking dudes that are fucking out there preaching weed that look like a motherfucker that I want to hang out with. If you want to do that, more power to you. But I don't look at your fucking social media and think, man, that dude's got a fucking life I want to live. Ryan Palmetter is who they say shot the people in the Dollar General Jacksonville. The mugshot shows chubby little white guy. Did he not? I don't know about that. I fucking saw an Asian dude. Both his parents are staunch fucking Biden supporters. They're all super anti-gun. They're fucking liberals, the whole family. fighting to educate people to this day, moonshine won't kill you. No, the government fucking killed people with moonshine. AR-15 versus AK-47. Why not have both, buddy? Why not have both of them? Yeah, weed doesn't stop infections. The shooter was a fucking bioengineer kid who actually spent time in Wuhan. I don't know that he came from Wuhan, but I know he had been at Wuhan. Fucking Chinese dude.
Talking about the mostly white Asian.
Yeah, the mostly white Asian guy.
Mostly white.
Anyone seen or heard weird animals or skulls, etc., in their home woods? Nah, but you can always find somebody that's seen Bigfoot or heard Bigfoot or Bigfoot this, Bigfoot that. You know what you never see? I've never seen a Bigfoot. I've never seen one taxidermied. I don't think there's a federal task force running around collecting up Bigfoot. I'm not saying it's not there. I went to the Dogman Cryptids conference, right? I've seen all the shit. There's all kinds of weird shit everywhere. We have Bigfoot sightings here from time to time. Don, what's up? The shooter was from Shohan. All the potheads in my neighborhood are lazy. Yeah. I believe in mermaids. Yeah, I mean, there's some, you can find a show that will convince you of anything. Do I think sailors go missing? Sure. My uncle was a pilot. He was a Vietnam pilot. And then he worked on the oil fields and he worked for some fishing boats. They were actually taken hostage in Panama at one point, and they found all kinds of crazy shit in nets. And they brought it ashore, they brought it on the boat, put it on ice. When they got to the shore, some government agency came and collected the carcass. There was all kinds of weird shit they brought in on nets and stuff. Hemp good for derivative for fabrics? Yeah, but I mean, where did that go? I know a bunch of people lost their whole fucking futures off putting all their money in hemp over the last few years here in Tennessee. Actually prefer AK, great optics, tactical upgrades, best of both worlds. Sounds cool. Who are you most likely to have a conflict with, right, on the United States? You are more likely for some rogue agency or unrogue agency to try to take over. Can you get 76239 or 545 from your National Guard? You can't. You can get 556 and 76251 though. Do whatever you want to do. What happens when your shit burns down? What happens when you're not at home where all your AK ammo is and it gets fucking raided, seized, or burnt down? Surely every one of you have some rifle in your truck, right? You can always get 556 ammo. Ancient Aliens, a good show. Yeah, I watched a few of them. I think legalizing weed is more yeah, that's exactly what I think it is. Exactly what I think it is. It slows people down. It takes away your will to fight. You don't want to fucking, be responsible, show up to work, have children. Weed helps those living in and near poverty cope? Maybe. Yeah, maybe so. Would you be surprised to find out that if you're on the welfare system, they give you weed? I'm not saying they do. Would you be surprised if that started to happen? What Russia's doing to Ukraine, we should do to Mexico. More importantly, we should fucking stay the fuck out of Ukraine. Ukraine is just bribery. It's just fucking corruption. It's not our fucking problem. It doesn't affect anyone within the United States. But your political parasites are going to fucking start a war, and it's going to be your children and your family members that have to go fight it. It will not be you. It won't be them. Already giving out the lost clean needle, yeah. I can smoke weed if I want with zero consequences for the first time in my life. Still choose not to. Yeah, I haven't. I have friends that do. Weed's cheaper than comprehensive real healthcare. For sure it is, yeah. We're gonna have to end it, my friend. Piece of shit cousin buys weed with his, I can't see what that says. Nothing worse than stoned waitress when trying to order. I mean, you can't, at least here in Tennessee, you can't go anywhere and not smell fucking weed now. Everywhere smells like weed. What's going on in Ukraine is because of lack of keeping agreements made with Russia. I don't know. That's just one more reason they don't want Trump in. If Trump gets in there, he will stop that war, which means all those people making all that money, which is why they tried to indict him all those times. He couldn't fucking do anything because he was going to shut down the fucking military fucking system. The military industrial complex. Same thing with Vivek. If he does half, or Vivek, whoever he is, if he does even a fucking small piece of that shit he says he's going to do, they'll kill him. Yeah, Trump kept the peace. Like Trump, hate Trump, I don't give a fuck. My life was better when Trump was the president, and financially it was better than it ever had been. That means that every person that sits in here or stands in here and works means their life was also better. All of my materials cost fucking almost twice as much as they did when Trump was in office. Energy independence, yeah. Ukraine is a money laundering, exactly. Try one that's drunk or nodding off from pill. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Heard Memphis is getting real bad. I've been in Memphis a couple times in the last several months. Yeah, I mean, I think you can go to every state and find a battlefield, right? You go in the hood or the projects or wherever. But we didn't see any crazy shit. In Nashville, I saw a bunch of black dudes in Challengers at an on-ramp to the interstate, pull up 3 cars, and then about 30 of them fucking went down the ramp and they jumped back in their cars and took off. But they had stopped traffic. That'd be a perfect place that's a perfect way to do an ambush. You could kill a ton of people all right there because you've got your vehicle stopped and blocked them. They're all going to stop rather than get in an accident, and you could kill every person in line there. Piece of shit cousin buys weed with his, I'm guessing he's saying EBT card. Yeah, you just buy shit for people and then they trade you. Street fight versus boxing. Thoughts on LBE kit coming back around? We've been doing some of them. Memphadishu and Angel. Looking around the shop, there is a lot of Blaze Orange on the table. We just built a bunch of Blaze Orange. We just got a couple rolls of it. So a lot of stuff on the website is open and you can order it, whether we have it or not. So as we're able to get things, or as they come back in, we cut it all at once. So we built a bunch of Blaze Orange stuff right now because we just got rolls of Blaze Orange. Most stoners pop pills and drink. I don't know. I mean, I know some guys that smoke weed. They're very artistic, right? They're great artists. But if you look at all of the people through history that were credited with, like Einstein, and I mean any of the fucking people through history, they all used accelerants, right? They all used methamphetamines of some sort or cocaine. And then when you had all these people come back from wars, they would use laudanum, heroin. Like one drug literally led to the other drug, led to the other drug, led to the other drug. You have people that take uppers and you have people that take downers. Found 2 boxes Blaze Orange hoodies. I have no idea why. I couldn't sell them. Rose and Barb versus Oprah in mud wrestling. How about we don't kill innocent? How about we just fucking just deal with our own shit, right? Think about all the people. Think about the ruling class is always involved in some shit somewhere else, and that always involves you. Nothing overseas involves me. Nothing happening overseas fucking it just doesn't affect me. Shotgun micro rigs? Yeah, I got multicam black. Yeah, I don't ever want to escape, man. I use all kinds of stimulants. I use a lot of stimulants. I run so fucking fast all day long that when it's time to go to bed, I typically just go to sleep for the most part. There's shotgun micro rigs right there. And when your testosterone is right, it's like a lithium battery versus an alkaline battery. When your testosterone is right, you're going to run fucking full speed all day. And at night, you're going to be so fucking tired from it, you're not really going to have a problem going to sleep when your test levels are correct. Yeah, make politicians scared again. Cleaning with loose tolerance design. I guess we're talking about the AK there. I hear what you're saying. I know a ton of dudes that shoot. I know guys that shoot more than any of you fucking people commenting on here. And everybody I know killing people all over the world, they're running M4s. They're not running AKs. You're the AK guy, no fucking problem. I get it. Not a problem. But that's some horse shit because you're fucking financially and emotionally invested into the AK. You can take 2 minutes and keep that M4 running. An M4 is not an issue. You're a grown fucking man, though. You do whatever it is you want to do. I promise you, if hard times come and you show up with your AK, I am not going to be mad that you showed up with an AK. Rogue status, thanks for being here, man. Had a friend go to ADHD test. When he said he smokes weed, they basically told him to get the fuck out. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. AK's too inaccurate. There's plenty of people killed with AKs all over the world. There's plenty of people. Living here in Tennessee, or anywhere in the city for that matter, if you're fighting door to door, street to street, it's not going to matter what fucking, whether it's AK or M4. There are plenty of fucking people killed all through the United States, even with AKs. Imagine how much of that has been said about me that is lies. George, I don't know what you're talking about. Make Sega Genesis great again. Or the TRS-80. Jason was an AK guy, started training. Isn't a single AK in the safe now. I mean, doesn't Occam make an AK? Occam's AKs, right? Those are fucking good AKs. Fuller's got a good AK. Julie Cho makes a good AK. There's AKs out there. If you want to make the ammo commonality argument, 9mm NATO is the best option as it's found on every... Sure it is. But I mean, it doesn't do what 5.56 does. You're not going to shoot a 9mm through a fucking car, through a barrier. AR-15 and 7.62. Short stock M14. I had a Tim LaFrance that was cut down to 16 inches with a DTA mill brake. Ran like it fucking ate everything. Awesome little gun. Was involved with one of the biggest AK companies in the U.S. Small nations only export D-grade guns. Yeah, I got a buddy work for Sentry. He was responsible for bringing fucking super freighters of ammunition and guns into the country. Hot topic everyone has been talking about the last 5 years at least, but I don't know if you recognize my actual name. George, I don't know who you are, buddy. And I mean, once you explain it, I might very well understand it, but I don't have a clue. Dude, I don't even know what day it is most days, man. I just get up every time and do the same thing every day. Yeah, there's been plenty of people killed with 22 long rifle. There's plenty of deer harvested with it. Sugar, grain, seed oil, process. Yeah, all poisons, man. Is that what you're getting at? There he is. Poison, exactly. Screech like autistic kids arguing who's arguing. We screech like autistic kids arguing who has the best D grade gun. C4 versus Syntax. I don't know. Isn't one military, one's civilian use? I don't know. Know me for 10 years. Don't even know who I am, George. Don't worry about it. Exactly my point. Ammo argument. Yeah, I mean, do whatever you guys. You're grown fucking men. Do whatever you want. I'm 52 years old. Every year something was supposed to wipe us out and we were supposed to fight the Russians. There's plenty of Russians here. I haven't seen them fight yet. It does appear that there's a lot of combat age males coming from all over the world to the United States. Are we closer than ever to some crazy shit happening? Absolutely. Everything negative in my life happening right now, though, is coming from the government. World War I, they used 22 rifles for sniper rifles. I mean, look at the French resistance. Look at all the fucking resistances everywhere in the world. They used whatever they could fucking get. There's not a lot of runs, GSWs, from a lot of deaths from bouncing inside, tearing up organs. They want us to fight amongst ourselves, right? Whole AK non-accurate is, yeah. And I mean, we saw a bunch of the 5.45 guns, and the bullets were tumbling, right? They had some barrels and the bullets were tumbling. They were still hitting silhouette-sized targets. They might have smacked the target sideways. It was still fucking going through the dude. Listen to Sunset on America series with Ryan Scow. I don't think I have. Is that like prepper fiction stuff? I'm listening to one right now because it's a 5-book series and it's about like the rapture. It's about the 7 seals opening and everything. The dude that reads all the narrator that reads all the books, he narrated it. So I usually just search his name and then get my next series. Strip club versus dance club. Well, one, you're going to go in and spend a lot of money and get fat. And the other one, you're going to go in and at least get some cardio. And you're probably going to get more pussy out of the dance club than the strip club. Want to send y'all some shit from the war paradox. I don't know what that is. Train every day and have 3 FFLs. How about you, kid? Will be. I don't know who you're addressing, man. I also don't care. I'm 52, man. I don't whatever you do, I hope you're successful doing it. I just don't fucking care what you do. I don't care what you have. I don't care what you think. I wish the best for you. I just don't give a shit. That's what you don't understand. So I don't know who you're addressing. I don't know if you're talking to me, someone else. I don't give a fuck how many FFLs you have. I just don't fucking care. Why do you have 3 FFLs? Because you have to have one for each business location? What does that mean? You're a gun dealer. Okay. Don't care. Don't care. I own 52 sewing machines. Doesn't make any fucking difference to you. What I told you, do whatever you want to do, man. I don't fucking care. I own a bunch of Porsches. Doesn't mean shit to you. Right? I got fucking 18,000 rolls of Velcro. Doesn't fucking matter to you. Level 3 FFL, that's a new one. You guys are bad motherfuckers, you guys. How old are you? 5 times the mass. I didn't know you could get 200 plus grain pills in 76239. Great audiobook, David Thompson Wilderness Series. I have to check it out. Anybody has a good survival fiction, prepper fiction, into the world kind of shit, audiobooks, message me on Facebook, send them to me. Chances are I've read them all. I've already listened to them all, but I listen to those, especially because through the day, I'll have a YouTube video on, and when I watch something on one genre, it just keeps targeting that, and I'm like, man, I need to get the fuck out of this. So I'll listen to prepper fiction. It's entertaining, and I don't have to keep touching it, and I can just get a lot of shit done while doing it. Got your second order, Woodland Camo Inform Micro. Yeah, those are nice, man. If you like that woodland stuff, I got day packs that can ship to you come Monday. Ever play the Farsi games? I have not. Made a comment about him needing training while he is talking about. Got it. Yeah, why not train, right? There's plenty of dudes with mountain bikes that don't go mountain biking. There's plenty of dudes that have guns, and their idea of training is going out with their friends. Get out of your comfort level and go fucking learn some new shit, right? And if you're a gun dude, and you go gun training and tactical training every weekend, you should probably go do some combatives, right? To be well-rounded. And you should also probably go do like the tactical games where you're going to, do a lot of cardio stuff. There's so many gun dudes out there that have no physical fitness. Turner Diaries. Yeah, I've not seen the Turner Diaries. I wish Unintended Consequences was on in audiobooks. I know some kids started reading them, got up to like chapter 80. James bought 120 of those and put them in the libraries here, and it seems that they have removed them, like they're not available anymore. Listen to the 5-year... No, I haven't, because it's not on audiobooks yet. I know people send me all kinds of stuff, and when I click on it, it opens the app, especially like when you send me War Room stuff, Don. I click on it and start watching it, but as soon as I close the app, I have to go back to your message and click on it again, and it never starts where I left off. With audiobooks, I can just open that app, and I don't have to jump all around, because when somebody sends me a message or forwards me something, and I'm on one of those things you sent me, it fucking stops it, and then I have to go and find the place again, so it doesn't work for me. Sunset on America is about EMP Russian Middle Eastern Coalition. I'll check it out. Dude, there is channels just talking shit about you. Are you? Judicus, I see you commenting on my shit. Really, I think you're a shit talker. I really think you're a troll. I actually went to ban you last night after I saw all the comments you made. I went to that website you were talking about. All I found was the same old bullshit. I don't care. The guy on my Facebook, on my YouTube page, right? Austin, he commented, "We don't care." I don't fucking care. Buy my shit, don't buy my shit. I don't fucking care what the other website. And really, I believe you're part of the other website. I think that's what your deal is. You're trying to rile some shit up. Go fuck off somewhere else. Or add some value. Will be who? Not you. Lewis got a SOE off me a couple of weeks ago that he's taking to the tactical games. Lewis got an SOE. An SOE what? Lewis was just in here. I took his armor carrier, modified it a little bit. I got a 3-mag shingle that he's putting on the front. Yeah, Lewis is going to tactical games. SOE belt, got it. We all heard it all. John's heard it. Yeah, I'm the one that fucking brought all I'm the one that fucking brought it to everybody's attention. They were out there talking shit. There was a thread on AR15.com. It was 73 pages long. There was a few dudes. There's like 5 dudes in there talking shit. And then there was dozens of dudes saying, I buy all the time. I love his shit, blah, blah, blah. When I looked at it last night, because Judakis was fucking commenting all over the place about it, that whole fucking thread of 73 pages is down to 1 page. It's down to 1 page. They removed everything but 1 page of a few guys talking shit. That fucking company is barely in existence. The forums want to come over and start shit on social media, so we will drive traffic. Forums are fucking going out of business. There is nothing there for anyone except old fucking people. 5 years after with you and Messenger, thank you. Survival channel. Yeah, I know what it is. Dude, I had 25,000 posts on the survival forum. I am well aware of it. If you want me to see something, private message me a link to it and I'll look at it. If I don't care what they're saying and you care, you should ask yourself why the dude they're saying about doesn't give a shit. Wouldn't be here if John didn't know John personally and his products. Yeah. There's a ton of people here because of people talking shit about me. When something doesn't go somebody's way and they stomp their feet and say they're going to charge off their credit card, and then I fucking refund and cancel their order, they always get enraged that they didn't want their order canceled. And then they go and tell everybody how I was mean to them. And all the people on the forums, if you're on a forum, it's mostly because you're not on social media. And all those people find out about my company. And then they come look at my website. And then they search, right? And they see all these people with all these pictures of all this SOE gear. And then they become a customer. I don't need any more customers. I don't have to have the frustration. I don't let it fucking take up my headspace. I have plenty. I have more customers. I sell every single fucking piece of gear that I make. If you really want to see what happens here, I do these videos every night. You see all this gear hanging here? Most of it was hung here Thursday and Friday. Come watch this video on Monday and Tuesday. All of this shit, it'll be gone. It'll all go in boxes Monday morning. Should make a shirt. I don't give a fuck what you care. I just don't, man. Listen, if you want your life to be good, it's almost, number one, you got to be around good people. But even more than that, the people you call friends, make sure they're good people. But even more than that, remove yourself from shitty people. Shitty people can infect you more than good people will motivate you. It's a dude that shoots AKs with nothing for sale. I didn't mean to come. I don't care, bro. Dude, like, for real, man. When I say I hope you do well, I mean that. I hope you do well, whatever it is you do. As long as you wake up in the morning excited to get up, then I'm happy for you. I saw the John Willis Strikes Again. It was a year old. It's from 22. And what was it? It was a dude saying that I fucking canceled his order. I saw it. Will be enjoy the stream, but some sick American made fear last you a lifetime and then some. Bye. Shane, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know who you're addressing, man. Judakis, you commented on like fucking a dozen videos. You came here saying something about it. After my dude said we don't care. The thread that you're talking about is it's over a year old, man. It's over a year old. What do you think of the economy? I think the economy's fucked for most people. My business is definitely different. It's harder to do, right? Because everything costs more. So if everything costs more, I have less profit margin. I can't double my prices. So I can't give my employees raises that I want to give them, right? I don't have money that I can just go do shit with. And then anything I want to do costs more, right? I don't have $500,000 to add on to this building. So I got to go to the bank, and that money costs way more than it used to cost. So everything's more difficult. People that have money, though, they're still making money. You're going to be much further ahead if you have a valuable service or product and you work for yourself. But working for yourself isn't for most people, right? Most people are lazy. Most people, not all people, but most people are just fucking lazy. As the cost of my interior materials has almost doubled in the last 3 years. Every time we go to order something, and keep in mind, we've been doing business with these companies for 35 years. Most of my material vendors I have been loyal to for 20 to 35 years. And every time we go to order something that they would typically warehouse and have ready to ship, they do not have available. I don't have any multicam material right now. I don't have any Typhon material right now. A few months ago, it was multicam black. Really want one of my chest rays? Buy one. Yeah, double, man, double. We used to pay $15 for a cone of thread. We pay $25 for a cone of thread now. We used to buy Cordura for $6.50 a yard. It's 11, 12 bucks a yard now. We used to buy multicam for 11 a yard. It's like 16 a yard now, right? When I order Cordura now, they quote me a price afterwards because it's constantly going up. You know what's going down? The cost on taxidermy giraffes. Because money's harder to get. People are sitting on these things. They used to be able to take these to a show and sell them for $4,000. Now they can't. Now they've come down in price a little bit, right? Everything, it's just markets. I know what I'm worth. You're not worth what you think you're worth if somebody's not willing to pay you for it. That's why so many people sit home. People have convinced these kids that they should know their worth and that they need balance in life, right? Those are all weak words. So you have a whole generation of people who know what they're worth, yet nobody's willing to pay them what they think they're worth. What should that tell you? That should tell you that you're not worth what you fucking think you're worth. Been building houses for 13, 15 years. Everything goes up. Been buying gold and silver as a 401k, but exactly what I want while I can get it. Yeah, but your 401k ain't shit in gold unless you have possession of the gold. What are you going to do when they switch to central bank digital currency and don't let you buy gold? Do you know they just went around to a bunch of gold sellers and fucking canceled their bank accounts? This might not be on your radar. Check it out on YouTube. There are a ton of gold shops, gold and silver shops. Their bank accounts have given them 30 days to close to handle business because the banks won't fucking bank them any longer. $556 for 401k. No days off, that's right. Shirts, yeah, shirts cost more, ink costs more, electricity costs more. Why is your Pull the Thread show so far behind? It's not. You're far behind. Here's the deal. The Pulling the Thread podcast, we just recorded, I think, episode 40 on Wednesday. We record one every Wednesday. You're watching them for free. You can get access to all of them as well as, well, I'll tell you in a minute. You can get access to all of them in our membership for $10. It costs $10. We have a Patreon, costs $5. Different content. You ask questions on Patreon, Scully, and I answer them. Amanda and I record a couple hours every week. I also do the full build videos, and then we do some other videos. Probably half of the content that we make is behind the $10 paywall. If you want to see them and hear what we're talking about as a current event, like the shit that's happening this week, it's $10. If you don't want to pay for it, that's fine. Comes out for free. That's what you're seeing. That's why it's so far behind. It's about 90 days behind. By the way, buy Bitcoin now. I buy Bitcoin. I have it. I always say that. And are you going to tote bricks of gold around if the shit hits the fan? And usually when a dude's like, should I buy gold or silver? Or where should I buy silver? And I'm like, well, how much silver are you buying? Well, I was going to put a couple $100 in. Well, then buy silver. When you're going to buy a couple $100,000 worth, then buy gold. You still need to have some silver, right? What are we buying it for? Just to be diversified? Or are we buying it because we think we might have to barter in the future? The fractional silver and gold is very cool, right? You can get a 60-gram bar, but you pay twice as much for it as if you just bought ounces. But it breaks in corners, you know. What are you going to do? Sit there with a pair of tin snips and cut a gold coin into 4 pieces? Who's able to buy bricks of gold? You can buy 100-ounce bars of gold. You can buy 100 grams. You can buy whatever you want. You can buy 100-ounce bars. 85 to 1, buy brass. Yeah, ammo's never been a bad investment. Guns have never been a bad investment. I bought a SP-89. I bought the first one for 600, 900, and 1100, I think. I think that's what it was. Maybe it was a little more on each of them. I sold them all for $3,500. Now, granted, that was fucking forever ago. Maybe it was 2,500. I don't remember. 20 years ago. Guns are never a bad investment. My first HK91 I had was $475. It came with a ton of shit with it. 2 magazines, the chain bore cleaning brush thing. I think it came with a claw mount. $475. Constitutional silver. Yeah, you can do, what is that, 80% silver, Jody? Point of gold is being able to carry extreme value in small amount. Yes. Same reason guys buy Rolexes. You bought a Tavor, that's cool. Scully's going to a Tavor class with a bunch of dudes in Texas, and I think next week. Gram chunks, yeah. But if you buy grams, you pay twice as much as buying the equivalent in an ounce. I think salt will be worth a ton. Yeah, I have fucking, I don't know, probably close to 1,000 pounds of salt. Bix Weir is a good source for gold. Constitutional silver is 90, okay. Do you know of a gunsmithing school? Yeah, for felons. Oh, we're here talking shit, John. Right on, welcome. I'm glad you finally showed up. So have you been here and you just changed your account, or did somebody run over there and tell you that we were live? So will there be an election? I don't think there'll be an election, do you? Block him now, let him go for a minute. The crazy thing is, if you look at him, he's somebody who looks just like you and I. If you found his real social media accounts, he's interested in the same things we are. This is what I was talking about earlier. People who are very much like yourself are the people that will try to do the most damage. They don't have, it's not a black dude to a white guy or a white supremacist to a black guy. It'll be somebody just like you. Somebody who actually gets up in the morning, fucking looks at his kids, right? Works a job, pays his bills. It'll be somebody just like you who tries to damage you. Silver is very undervalued. Yes. Yes, it is. Then ban him. I'm trying to talk to this guy. I don't know what you're talking about. But you can easily spend or trade it that. Yeah, you can have air guns. What people don't realize is a lot of felons, they have their rights back. They don't have a fucking clue what's going on. And when dudes talk about me being a felon, that was over 20 years ago. Over 20 fucking years ago. I like when dudes point out the felon thing when they show up, right? Because a felon has to walk in to get a job and tell people that they're a felon. When you come home from prison and you're in the halfway house, to get out of the halfway house, you have to go get a job. You also have to disclose that you just came out of prison. When I came home from prison, I got 3 jobs and worked 80 hours a week and started my business back. I made $960,000 the first year I was home from prison while on federal probation for 3 years. What are their excuses? The dude's talking shit. They've never seen that much money in their life. Yet they want to throw around the felon thing. The dude who's a felon should not be able to do what the guy who's not does. The guy who's not has a huge advantage over the dude that's a felon. So what's their excuse for their inaction? A person who served their time. Show me the people in prison. Bring their victims before us. Bring their victims before us. I was in Lompoc prison with a dude who raped a female federal park ranger and then caved her skull in with a rock trying to kill her. He was doing 13 years. I was also there with a dude who had a small airplane full of marijuana. That dude was doing 30 years. Show me the victim of the dude in the airplane with the marijuana. Bring the victim before me. What I went to federal prison for was because a dude started a company and started copying my shit, who used to be a dealer of mine. And then when we said, hey, this is all a copy of all of our shit, that's where that all started. The head detective on my case was his brother-in-law. While I was in Lompoc prison, doing 22 months, the most they could give me, 22 months. The judge recommended me to less than that. 22 months. At 11 months, they trucked me down to San Diego and they wanted me to give somebody up and they were going to let me go home that day. They were going to restore my rights. They were going to remove my whole record. They just wanted me to give somebody up. They had 3 people. They said, choose one. I went back to Lompoc and did the next 11 months. Everybody in federal prison is there because they gave somebody up. Everybody in prison is there because somebody told on them. I don't even see that motherfucker's comment. Did he remove his comment? What was his name? John something? All right, whoever is a moderator on here, find that motherfucker and just block him out. Make him make a new account. The Judicus guy, he can go too. He can make a new fucking account, but he's not adding anything and just fucking, he needs to go too. I don't see the John guy. You want to come back? I recommend you come back with a real fucking name on your account. Okay, there's the John guy. I got him. Hi, hide from channel. The beauty when you hide somebody from the channel is they still see all your shit. You just never see any of their content. Oh shit, I just banned urban mountain packs by accident somehow. It won't let me unban him from here. I'll have to go in and get him. Judicus was hidden. Got it. Maybe I didn't. No, I did ban mountain packs. It must have fucking bumped as I was going. I thought I had the John guy. Somebody grab that dude too. Will be. Ban will be. Damn it, Shelton. The day I fired Shelton, I said, hey man, I'm doing this. I said, when you get another job, act like it fucking matters to you. Act like what you're doing is important when and if you get another job. You were literally the worst employee I've ever had. That's what I told Shelton the day that I fired him. Michael G. So typically when dudes are like, I want to work your media, when I look at their shit, they have no media footprint. And when I'm like, what media have you managed? They don't manage any media. And I'm like, what programs do you work in to do videos? And they always name some obscure videos. I'm not saying that's your case, but typically when I look at people's accounts that say they want to do our stuff, they don't have anything to show. Whatever happened to the breakfast videos? We do real videos now. Dude, I got over 4,000 videos on here. Are you the only one seeing a black screen? Jump out of here and jump back on. It'll probably fix that. Bro, I'm trying to Adam Davison. I don't know who you are or what you're talking about. 11 Bravo, retired. Thanks for what you do. Right on, man. Right on. Where'd we go? We went to Jackson, had sushi. I've got a truck full of peach trees, fig trees, and apple trees out front. We picked up, I don't know, close to 20 probably. Berserker, it works now. Burning the patch pan? Yeah, we probably should do that. Everything's way faster now, man. We used to feed all the employees breakfast. We were doing it here for a while, but most of them don't eat breakfast. And I go outside and feed the animals and then come in here, make breakfast real quick. And I'm usually still standing there completely dirty because I've been outside. So I eat breakfast in the kitchen, kind of to cool off, and then I go take a shower. But I just do all of that really fast on my own. So I don't really do breakfast videos anymore. And I don't have the same crew. Like the crew's different. The interactions are different. No, the gentleman's closet's still out in the garage. I need to bring it up the stairs. Why do I think we won't have an election? Where the fuck have you been? Why do you think we will have an election? Dude, we talk about all this shit. You can see the shorts on Instagram and YouTube. You can watch the videos if you're in our member section. We've gone over why I don't think we'll have an election fucking at least 100 times. Dolphin harnesses. We did some dolphin mats and stuff. It wasn't for NSW. It's for the mammal unit. And they use the mammal. They use Mark 6. They use the Buds candidates to actually swim up to the ships. And the dolphins actually fuck those guys up pretty bad. Yeah, they'll use COVID. They'll start a war and put in the War Powers Act to try to suspend the Constitution. It's about unarming U.S. citizens. It's about all one world government. And the United States is what keeps that from happening. Why do you think your politicians are so corrupt now? Old time callers for the gentleman's closet. All right, guys. Hey, I got to pee. I'm off of here. Mountain packs. I'll get in there and try to figure out how to get you back on here. Your gym partner was a dolphin trainer, so he was with mobile unit like 14. That's an EOD unit. Typically, if you're a dolphin trainer or you do something with the dolphins, you were with EOD. Yeah, they put mines on ship, limpet mines. They do anti-mine, mostly anti-swimmer. That's what the dolphins were for, to keep swimmers from getting close enough to the ship to put mines on it. Members only just dropped, right on. 39 and 40. I don't know which number we just recorded. It might have been 39 we just recorded Wednesday. There was a lot of shit on there said. That's going up on the Patreon channel. That's where the link will be. It will not be up on YouTube. YouTube will ban us for it again. So Patreon costs $5. The Patreon is SOE Tactical Gear. And we also make other videos on Patreon. If you're a Patreon member, you get those. I want an interview. I think I can contribute. Michael G., where are you located, man? If we do have an election, it will be rigged. It was rigged this last time. We moved. Our central crew is smaller. Yeah, all of our people are different. Adam Davison, $5 a video or just in general. Man, it's probably not for you, buddy. If we have to discuss $5, it's probably not for you, man. Will be. You don't need to throw me $20 for anything, man. And if you're talking about you're going to buy a product, I don't have any products that are $20. North Carolina. Listen, the way I communicate is through Facebook Messenger. You're never going to speak to me on the phone. I'm never going to call you. You're never going to be able to call me. I speak and communicate through Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger. So, who am I talking to here? Michael. You can reach me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. So, throw me your account. I'll check out your social media account, and we can go from there. I've got dudes right now that are here. We record every Wednesday for about 12 hours. We roll camera. Well, it doesn't really roll anymore, but we film. And then we record podcasts a lot of times on Wednesday as well as on Friday. We record for about 6-7 hours. I've got dudes. I've got dudes that are breaking our videos up and making all of our shorts. None of that's AI shit. We're doing it all by ourselves. I really don't need a dude. So send me your account. I'll check it out. And you got to realize, man, I get hit up every single day by kids that are like, hey, I can double your social media footprint. Because all they're just using programs and doing AI, right? I know the deal. You know what they never do? Hey, I can make you a short and show you what I can do. Can I do it? You know what they never do? They never do it. If they had something that was fucking awesome, that stood out, they would make it and just send it. And I'd go, holy shit, okay, we got to do business with this guy. But they don't ever do that. I'm not going to jump on. I'm not going to sign some contract. I'm not going to hire you to plug in some apps that we can do ourselves. I know all the tricks, man. I've been doing this 35 years. I've literally been here since the beginning of the internet. But if you got a social media footprint and you got some fucking badass shit, I'll totally check your stuff out. Most people don't, though. We do so many t-shirts that my t-shirt guy moved here from Texas to do t-shirts, right? I could totally go through Bunker Branding, just like Donut Operator and all those dudes, right? We know the guys over at Off the Ranch and Demo Ranch. I could have his crew handle all my shit. We know all the tricks. So, but I mean, if you're like, you really have some shit and not just some good ideas, you're not going to jump in here and try to develop my shit when you haven't developed some other shit. Like, I'm way beyond that. I don't want to do any of that shit. I want to produce. I'll send you a reel. Yeah, send me some reels. I don't need a resume. I don't need none of that shit. Just let's see what you got. Are you wearing tactical corduroy pants? No, I'm not. I don't know what you're even talking about. Mark Rhodes. I also don't recognize your name. So if you're here talking shit, let's just be clear. If you're here to add value, add some value. I have John Sell. He has my, yeah, you know, if my phone rings, some shit's, if I call you, some shit's really fucking wrong. Thought you had it 1-800. We do. It's Eat a Dick. The phone number here is literally Eat a Dick. Haunted, what's up, man? See all these dudes with these little stars and shit by their name? Those are all guys that are members. So when dudes, it's always funny when dudes are like, how come your podcasts are so far behind? Do you notice something about your name compared to their names? The swoosh from your sneakers? Oh, maybe. Solomon shoes. When I put this floor in, I thought it was really expensive. And it was 10 grand. And we've never moved everything to clean it. And my shoes squeak. And I wear these shoes everywhere. Solomon Speed Crosses. Whenever I'm in another building, my shoes don't squeak. They only squeak in here. As far as the pants I'm wearing Kitanica RSPs or RSSs, range shorts is what I'm wearing. So sick of people who can't get their life together trying to help better someone. Yeah, just add value, man. Just add value. And Michael, man, you might be badass. I might see your shit and be like, holy fuck, we need to do something with this guy. Amanda, thanks for the tip. I'll be there to give you some soon. Tip. I'll give you your tip back. Get yourself a star. What up? Love the shirt designs lately? I got a guy. We'll see some idea, right? A lot of it comes from just other social media. We'll see some idea. I'll send it to my guy. I'm like, how can we make this ours? Do something. Like, I like the design. Let's tweak it some. And then I send it to about 10 other people. And I'm like, what do you think of this? And a lot of dudes are just like, oh, it's rad, bro. Right on, bro. Cool. I stopped sending it to those guys. I send it to people who have some input. Like, hey, this is spelled wrong. Hey, the stars aren't right. Hey, the flag doesn't have 50 stars, right? So I get input in bits and pieces, and then we put it together. Just the tip. That's right. Just the tip. Because you'd be destroyed after 20 years. It squeaks before his shop is, it squeaks because his shop is clean. We don't ever really clean the floor. We do, we sweep stuff. A lot of times I'll use the leaf blower, but we sweep stuff and then I vacuum it up. And then we do kind of use like this wet mop electric thing. The guy happens to be on here. Just some guy. Gotta have gold in hand. EFT ain't shit. Well, I'm always concerned about the EFT thing, you know. But I do have Bitcoin. I think you guys should all have Bitcoin. I mean, but grown ups. I gotta pee a lot. I had to pee like 20 minutes ago. I'm out of here. Thanks.